Welcome back to Naturally Spiritual, where we correlate the spiritual with the natural. I'm
And
Cheryl,
I'm Sherry.
and we're here talking about don't judge,
Just don't.
because it's a lot of things that we see we don't agree with. We would do it
Mm-hmm.
a different way, and some
Mm-hmm.
people that are doing it differently than you're looking at them like, whew. But you can't judge off everything you see, and especially when it's a family member. Don't judge them, but you have to love them through whatever they're going through,
Right,
right?
exactly. You have to be a conduit of love and things like that. And I'm just reminded of, whenever you're having especially your first child, by the second and third, you like that
Well,
stuff doesn't
no,
even
it
matter. It's
doesn't
not
matter. It doesn't matter,
applicable,
right?
whatever. And so you can baby proof your house, and they have the little things that you stick into the
Mhm.
sockets to prevent them from sticking things in the socket.
Mhm.
And so I remember Raiden was a little boy, and we had everything right here. We didn't do it for him, but we done it for Quincy just 2 years earlier. And if it was some things remaining in the socket, they would just remain in
Right.
the socket. And we would still just say, Raiden, you can't touch it,
Don't do it.
whatever,
Mhm.
don't do it. And he came to your house. You remember this? And you didn't have any in your socket. And so my child was basically her child. He would go and leave home and just stay gone and he was gone for about a week or whatever. He came back, his palm was completely black.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, what happened? And he was like, the socket got me. And I'm like, the socket. And I had to laugh about it because I'm like, how many times did we tell you?
Right.
So, being a conduit, you're a distributor.
Right.
And so I say that to say you have to distribute the love. You have to distribute grace and mercy.
And mercy, right.
You have to distribute that. And, as you said, people will do things differently, but that doesn't give you a right to judge. You can love them through it. You can talk them through it, and those types of things. And the Bible tells us in 2 Corinthians 6:3, giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. So you can't just say because I'm Christian, because I'm living right. That means you have to, if you're not doing it my way, you're living wrong.
You're living wrong, right?
I mean, even if the word says that the word is against it, you still have to be gentle. You still have to love them through it. Not necessarily agree with them, but because some people, even in their mess, don't realize that they're in a mess.
Right, and that's so true. And if they don't know better, then you know better.
Right.
You just have to give them the grace, and you
Right,
have to,
exactly.
and a lot of times what we do is we'll shun people. We will make them feel bad, and you can't, as they say, beat people into submission.
Right,
Like as you said,
exactly.
you have to be gentle and just let them know that I might not agree with it. You don't even have to continuously say that.
Right.
Even if you don't agree with it, show them that love,
Right,
show them that grace, show them the right way.
Exactly, because even in that love, you can guide people even with your love.
Right.
Like you didn't judge me, you weren't,
Yeah.
mean to me. But even in
And
sometimes remaining silent, thinking that you're protecting someone, you're not always protecting.
That's not always protecting them either.
Exactly.
So even if they're wrong
Mhm.
and you're just quiet about it, oh, we're okay, we're good now. You have to even have those conversations, and we say that often. You have to let them know. Well, I noticed this,
Right.
but let's try this. And you don't always. It's your tone, it's your delivery, right?
I say that all the time.
It's not what you say; it's how you say it, and that way, a lot of times people will be more receptive when they hear it in your tone is a gentle tone and not a combative or actors accusatory tone, right?
Yeah, sometimes, because sometimes I can be, I have a softer tone than you, and sometimes I try to convey a soft tone to my family, and if I get too soft, oh, they're scared.
But they know, they know the difference. So again, and because one thing that we know. In the natural, it works one way, but with the spiritual, when the spirit comes behind it, and you're doing that gentle tone, they're showing that love, that love for your neighbors. And you again remember, your neighbors or anybody. We know that it's all intertwined, and it will work out, right? So just showing compassion and just gentle. Gentle, right?
Right, but you do have to approach it regardless.
Right.
You do have to visit it, and sometimes it's hard to visit. some situations,
are
circumstances,
way harder than others to deal with.
Right, but you have to deal with them nonetheless, So yeah, so again, we just say in this moment you have to love people through stuff, not judge them through it. And so we just ask, that you stay with us and judge us. When I say judge, I mean we take critique, we take, we're saying something right, we want the amens on that. So go ahead, and while you're doing all of that, like us,
share us,
talk to us, and again, just let us know when we're right, when we're wrong, those types of things, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button
right now,
and go ahead and pick up your copy of that Naturally Spiritual book, by purchase or by request. We just ask that you get it done and love us through that.
All right now.
All right, so have a good night, gang.